well, that dictates the next films too, right? Like how far are they going to go doing well? I mean, if the next two films, box office wise, tank,
Yeah,
then they may never happen or may not happen for a while, at
yeah.
least.
Like,
Um, yeah, yeah. But what was your favorite? I wouldn't say part. I guess part. What was it? What was a favorite thing about the film? Like whether it was characters, a scene, visuals, or music, or visual effects, production design.
I think my favorite thing was probably Raka. I thought he
Mm,
was such a great character. And I'd say, because I was thinking between a moment, and I think it was just that entire second act when you were with Noah and Raka and they were learning about Caesar, or Noah was learning about Caesar, and those his teachings. And then you get some surprises with the human character. And um, I don't know. I just thought all of that was super moving, was interesting. You'd think it slowed down, but in the best way for me.
yes.
And I thought that was great. And I love the introduction of Proximus Caesar too, but I think that second act would be my favorite. That scene where Raka is about to go off and just be with the humans, and they say goodbye for a moment, I thought was just a great spin on the original movie, and it was like
Hmm.
a, a positive spin on like some negative, not negative in terms of it was bad, but just some sadder moments in the original movie of seeing humans. And but uh this it was just seeing a positive character in the movie. I really like that part. What about you?
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And I think for me, the two things that stood out the most were a little bit unexpected because you would figure in a story like this where there's two characters who are trying to build trust on each other, and you know who I'm referring to, right? May
Yes.
and Noah.
Yeah.
And towards the last act, something I'm not going to reveal what it is. You know, that big thing happens with the gun, right?
Yes.
And the follow up with that, I wasn't expecting that. I literally, but that's the most human thing to do because as human beings, you know, you forget apes, we would probably look out for ourselves, even if it
Yeah.
means, you know. And then the very last um scene, I wouldn't call this just before the wrap up of the film when they meet and then she's hiding something behind her.
Yeah.
That was unexpected, which I again builds on to the previous scene about that whole element of should I trust this person or this ape or you know should I not? So that to me was very um you know just human. Like I
Yeah.
think that I connected with the most because normally in movies you won't show that. Like everybody's like kind of like, oh yeah, you know, we're friends now, let's go.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. I thought that was really nicely done. And what's so cool about this film and all the other films, I actually saw the original trilogy again with my kids in the winter,
Hmm.
like one weekend, second weekend, third weekend, and they all, including this one, even though I forget, I know the first one was directed by Matt Reeves, who's one of my favorite directors. Did he direct also the second and third one?
No,
I
so
I
he
forget.
directed only the second and third one.
Oh, he directed the second, third one. The
Yeah,
first
it
one was
was
directed by.
some Rupert.
Yes, yes, I'm
Yeah.
mixing it up. But even though it's different directors, different writers, I just find it's like they have figured this template out. And even in this film, it just felt like it was this. I'm not trying to take away from anyone's direction, but in terms of just the consistency of the way the story was told, you know, it's like watching a series essentially, right? Like it's one episode after the other.
I think that's exactly what it feels like. The tone is so consistent. The
Yeah,
story is so consistent. Um, I think throwing in the opening they did just even adds to that consistency.
yeah,
Uh, and you're right. Yeah, for three different directors in four a franchise now with four movies in this iteration, it feels like it's all kind of been made by the same team, the
Yeah.
same person. But I think they each have that like personal flourish from each of the directors.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And do come back for another episode. Until then, have a great day.